English literature always encourages to ask the question, why? We live in a world where communication is more important than ever before. We're bombarded by messages from all different kinds of sources. You're always thinking what lies beneath the surface.
Languages are complex systems. They are made up of words, phrases, and rules how to combine them. But when we use language to communicate, things get even more complex because we need to follow traditions and conventions of how to express an idea, an intention, an emotion. So that makes the study of translation a vibrant study full of interesting questions.
I chose to study English and languages because I loved reading novels, especially in my teenage years. I used to read late at night on my own when everyone else had gone to bed. And I just loved the sense of entering a different world.
I was fascinated by the thought of being able to help people who come from different languages and cultural backgrounds understand each other. And you can really feel that you are a vital part of this communication.
My research deals fundamentally with the question of otherness. What makes us different from other people? And that might be in national terms, but it might also be in individual terms or in terms of specific communities. So I'm interested in thinking about how otherness and difference is actually represented across various forms of culture.
For the last few years, the focus of my research has been how we can use video conferencing to resolve some of the most pressing problems, especially in legal translation. We need hundreds of languages every day in the legal services, at the police or in court. And one way of doing this in a cost-efficient and timely manner is to use video conferencing. Of course, this raises a lot of challenging questions in terms of interpreting quality. Is it possible to interpret reliably enough in such a remote situation?
Some of the most exciting areas of English literature today are subjects such as the neo-Victorian novel. Academics are interested in why writers are so obsessed with the Victorian period, and it perhaps reflects a concern with how we came to be the kind of nation we are now from where we were in the 19th century.
We have an environment here which allows us to work in an interdisciplinary way. We are very, very close to London, of course, and it is in London where a lot of interpretation happens every day in hundreds of languages with thousands of interpreter assignments. So this is a very fruitful environment to actually study and observe live what is happening in the world of interpreting today.
There's always people on hand to try out our ideas on, so it means that work that deals not just with literature, but with film and with culture more generally, is fostered. Where English and languages might take us is to consider how literature not only reflects the various submerged desires and fears that we have as a culture, but also how it perhaps shapes those desires.
All this work will hopefully help us to achieve better recognition of that profession in the long run, which in turn will have the effect that strong students, good people, will be attracted to this profession and give it the quality that it needs.
If you're interested in how literature works, and more generally if you're interested in how culture enables us to express things that otherwise we can't express, you should come and join us here at Surrey.